Okay, let's dive into this explainer. So, if you were paying any attention to the Chicago All-Star weekend recently, you know it wasn't just about the basketball on the court. It was literally a masterclass in the modern sports economy. The WNBA has absolutely entered a brand new era, and we're going to break down exactly how.
I mean, think about it. What actually happens when the massive, high-stakes energy of a WNBA All-Star game collides head-on with social media? You get an absolute cultural explosion. The league has never been more watched, more debated, or just more deeply connected to pop culture than it is right this very second. Just look at that weekend. Two totally different viral headlines completely dominated the conversation. On one side, you had this massive narrative about Aja Wilson supposedly losing her cool and what the internet immediately labeled a tantrum. And then, on the flip side, you had Sophie Cunningham's custom shoes selling out at lightning speed. It's crazy because it shows just how drastically different players are capturing the internet's attention right now.
And it happens in a flash, doesn't it? When the spotlight is this intense, especially at a huge event like All-Star Weekend, literally every tiny detail gets amplified. A quick facial expression, boom, it's a headline. A heated reaction becomes a viral clip overnight. A simple shoe drop turns into a major business story. Before you even know it, millions of people are online debating what went down.
Section 1. The competitive fire. Aja Wilson.
All right, let's break this down a bit. Wilson is already a household name, right? She's got this established dominance, just a lethal combo of scoring, defense, athleticism, and pure leadership. Her whole mindset on the hardwood boils down to this. When Wilson competes, she expects to win. That elite intensity is exactly what makes her a generational talent. She takes competition incredibly seriously. But, when emotions run high, that same intensity can easily get misinterpreted by fans watching through a screen.
Which brings us to a really interesting question. Are we, as fans, maybe a little too quick to turn normal competitive emotion into a full-blown controversy? I mean, basketball is a deeply emotional sport. Players get frustrated. So was this viral tantrum just a few seconds of raw sports emotion taken completely out of context by an internet looking for drama?
Section 2. The brand power. Sophie Cunningham.
And this brilliantly illustrates the other side of that viral weekend. Sophie Cunningham represents a completely different flavor of stardom that is just flourishing in the WNBA right now. Known for her vibrant personality, killer tunnel style, and just totally embracing the spotlight, she highlights a huge shift in fan behavior. Fans aren't just buying jerseys anymore. They're rushing out to buy shoes, obsessively tracking social media, devouring interviews, and really supporting these personal brands. Cunningham's kicks selling out that fast proves fans are investing in players as complete lifestyle brands.
The contrast here is just fascinating. On one hand, you have Wilson representing that established, intense on-court dominance. On the other, Cunningham is mastering this personality-driven influence. The big takeaway? Both of these lanes are equally valuable. They both draw massive eyeballs, and honestly, both are totally necessary to keep this cultural explosion going.
Section 3. The economics of attention.
So let's zoom out for a second and look at the actual business mechanics here. This is all about the insane level of engagement driving the WNBA's current pop culture peak. The reality is, the league is no longer waiting for people to pay attention. The fans are already there. They're watching, they're debating, they're picking sides. The WNBA has finally captured that mainstream engagement and constant buzz that pro sports leagues literally chase for decades.
Just look at what actually fuels this machine. It's the intense on-court energy, the unshakable confidence, the high-end tunnel fashion, the exclusive shoes. It's the heated rivalries, the visceral reactions, and yeah, definitely the arguments too. Every single one of these elements keeps us talking. And the more fans care about these players as individual personalities, the more valuable the entire league becomes.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because it reveals a very specific, repeatable formula. Step 1. Elite competition sparks intense rivalries. Step 2. Those rivalries naturally create compelling storylines. Step 3. Those storylines hook the media and the fans. And finally, Step 4. That attention creates explosive financial and cultural growth. It's wild to see how on-court mechanics directly translate into off-court power.
Section 4. The modern WNBA athlete.
Which brings us to what it actually means to be a pro women's basketball player in this new era. The modern player's identity has totally expanded. They aren't just athletes anymore. They're entertainers, entrepreneurs, influencers, role models. They're full-fledged brands. The biggest stars right now are the ones mastering this balancing act. leveraging their massive reach while still putting the basketball first.
So, the crucial point is, the game absolutely does not end when the final buzzer sounds. Not even close. In today's WNBA, those post-game moments, the social media fallout, the sudden product drops, those viral reactions, that is where the real story actually begins. That's when the attention engine really shifts into high gear.
I'll leave you with this final thought. Given this explosive growth and the sheer volume of attention generated by everything from a passionate on-court reaction to a sold-out pair of sneakers, are WNBA players becoming the most powerful brands in all of sports? Their influence is clearly rocketing far beyond the court, creating this entirely new economy of attention. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I hope it helped you see the game within the game.